I went to the arcade in Japan to try out every single game. Japan is famous for their arcades, but I need to find out which ones are actually worth your time and which ones are just complete garbage. How's it going, bros? My name is PewDiePie, and I'm here to find out what's the greatest game in the arcade. Here we go.
Today feels like a weird dream come true. If I told my 15-year-old self I was gonna do this, I would not believe it.
Coming into the arcade, I was prepared. I had looked up online and the first game I wanted to try out was Arsenal Base. But before I could start gaming, I knew there was one thing I needed. The arcade card.
So, I want to get one of these cards.
With the arcade card, you can charge it up so you don't have to keep spending coins, and you get offers to special deals. Japan loves cards way too much. I already have way too many, but I know I wanted this one. But most importantly, you get to save all your progress. I want the virtual anime babes to say welcome back, not welcome. For some reason in my head, I thought this would be really hard to get. Turns out all you have to do is give 300 yen to the machine, which is like $2, and that's it.
Is it that easy? It is that easy.
You also get one free game at every machine, so 100% worth it.
So the first one I want to...
Hey, remember that one time I said Japan loves cards? This game is all about cards. You place your physical cards in front of you and they appear in game.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's so cool. I wish more games would follow that suit. The goal of the game is to destroy the enemy's base. You deploy your Gundam by dragging them out on the screen.
Bring out my dudes.
And you can also spend points using their special abilities.
This is cool. I like this game.
The special abilities were a little bit fiddly, but being a pro gamer, of course, I nailed it every single time.
Nope. Starting to understand the strategy a little bit. I'm surprised how much you get to play just from one coin. I'm kicking their asses. Oh shit. Uh-oh. I think I won. Yeah, that was great.
I don't know what was going on the entire time, but putting this in A tier. Next up was Ongeki. This is a rhythm game with anime girls in it. Hooray. It's a simple rhythm game. You hit the notes by pressing the buttons while simultaneously moving the joystick to collect points, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I love it! No, honestly, it's a pretty fun rhythm game. As you can tell, I'm having a blast. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in B tier and hope the weebs don't kill me for it. Next up is Tunith Sun. I was really excited to play it because every time I see it, it's always packed with people playing it. This has to be good. It starts off pretty simple and introduces you to the game. One of its main mechanics is this sensing range that detects your hand if you pull it up or down. It's a bit awkward at first, but once you get into it, it's actually pretty cool. I switched up to advanced mode and picked the most degenerate song I could possibly find. Okay, I get why this game is popular. It's honestly super fun. You feel great just mashing your hands at a keyboard. I mean, just look at it. I've been playing for 3 minutes and it's just so satisfying. I love that. Maybe a bit too much. Maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, our first S tier. Switching game to Nostalgia OP3. This is a rhythm game that heavily mimics a piano, and going from Tunith Sun, where I just can mash keys and not think about it, somehow doing it on what replicates a piano made me feel like an adult baby, just like mashing buttons. I hated this game. This game sucks. Maybe because I suck at the game, but that doesn't matter. Nostalgia OP3, you belong in the trash. Next up, Sound Voltex Exceed Gear. Ooh, I like that. Like most rhythm games, it starts off simple. You just hit buttons. You also have to worry about hitting the ones in the back, so it's a little bit more complicated. But the main crux is adjusting the volume slide.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a pretty good game. It makes you feel like you're a scuffed DJ or something like that. I had too much confidence and switched up the difficulty, and oh my god. Let's just rate it high and pretend that didn't happen. Next up, I tried Wonder Wars. This game has a pen. This is an RPG-based game, and after skipping about 600 dialogues and promotions, I could finally play it. You control your character with the compass in the middle, then draw with your pen to use your attacks.
Get fucked.
And then you win!
Yes.
Honestly, not sure what to think about this game. I think if you spend a lot of time in it, it could probably be pretty cool. I don't know. I looked up gameplay online just because I was curious, and it looks a lot cooler on higher level. It's basically a MOBA. I don't know why that didn't register. So maybe it is good, but I didn't see a single person play it the entire time I was there. I honestly can't rate it higher than this. After that, it was time for a break.
It's intense in there. Nice to get a break, to be honest.
Entering again, I realized there's a whole section I missed downstairs. God damn it. I gotta play all of these. Pokemon Mesastar? The fuck? Pokemon Mesastar. Again, I come prepared. I had bought physical Pokemon tokens to this kid's game. Yes, I am that pathetic.
There he is.
It did not feel right sitting alone in the kid's corner playing this game alone. You activate your Pokemon by sliding it up, and then you're supposed to press the buttons. That's what I did, at least. And oh boy, did I press. I am not losing at a kid's game! I lost at a kid's game.
That's all I have. I'm way too old for this shit.
I would be concerned if anyone the same as my age would rate it higher than this. Next up, Taiko no Tatsujin. Kids Corner or not, this game is fucking awesome. You've definitely seen this game before. It's a basic drum game. This game is so much fun to play with a friend as well. I highly recommend it if you've never done it before. And honestly, even playing it alone was really fun because the songs are so good. But alas, it was time to move on. It's a classic arcade game, has to be an S tier. Dance Rush Stardom. By now the arcade had gotten more busy and I was dreading playing this game alone in front of people. Definitely regretting saying I was gonna play every single game by now. This game doesn't have buttons like Dance Dance Revolution, but it looks pretty sick. You just press down with your legs on the arrow when it tells you to. And you also get to go down and up.
I actually hate this.
I pretty much felt as cool as I look here. And it saves this cool video of you. Yay! All in all, it was not bad, and if I was playing with someone else, I would definitely play it again.
I never ever want to do that again.
Yeah. Next up, Kankore Arcade. How do I describe this game? I don't know. The entire time I was there, I was the only one who played it. First off, you pick your anime girl. I decided this one. Then actually, they print out a card for you with it.
That's kind of cool.
Then you put it in and something happens. It's like a battleship game, but with anime girls. And you fight all these weird sea monsters.
What? Okay.
Surprisingly, the game was not that bad.
Come on.
But the more I played, the game just got weirder and weirder.
What the fuck is that?
But I think out of all these type of games, I'd be lying if I said this one wasn't actually that bad. Quiz Knock Stadium, a Japanese quiz game. What could go wrong? This game is very serious. It even has an esport element to it. You play competitively against other players online. The most fun I had was spamming emotes in the lobby with strangers. But it was all downhill from there. Turns out I'm just that bad at Japanese. Sorry, Quiznok, not even the emotes can save you. Initial D racing, baby. Oh yeah, it's drifting time. Pick the best car there is, and then started drifting away. Don't know if there's that much to say about a racing game. I definitely think it's more fun if you play with friends. It does have a story mode, which seems pretty good, and I did beat him at this very last second, so hey, there's that. Let's go ahead and put it in B. It's a B, not a D. Sorry. Kido Senshi Gundam. Extreme 2X Boost. I felt a bit embarrassed playing this because they were always packed and I had to wait for my turn to play, and once it was my turn to play, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. It is a Gundam fighting game where you play against other players online. It looks cool when other people are playing it, but not me, so I'm sorry, this is all I got. I saw the game is out on PS4, so maybe I'll check that out and I'll come back with more confidence. I'll give it a B for now because it looks really cool. That might be a little bit generous actually. It's Waka Waka time. I played this game before and I was so excited to try it out again. It's a rhythm game very similar to Tunis Sun. It feels so cool to have the controls all around you.
I like this one.
I think these kind of games are so unique to the arcade. You have to play it to experience it. I actually love it. I would give it an S. Fate Grand Order Arcade. It took me so long to figure out how to play because I had to press the screen itself to wake up the machine.
I'm so confused.
But I was running kind of low on time at this point, so all I can tell you is I used this Christmas Girl special move attack, and it was very cool.
Great. Wait, there's a photo? Not of me.
Sorry, Fate fans. This game looks good, but I don't know if I care to find out if it is. Mai Diraksu Festival. Yeah. Another rhythm game. It's a really fun one to play with someone else. You've seen me and Marta play it in the vlogs. Every goddamn time I play this game, I mess up skipping the tutorial, and it's so painstakingly slow. Yeah. Because of that, I jumped straight into Expert, and oh my god. I've actually seen people play this game as if they're doing a workout, and I can totally see why. Jesus Christ. I was considering giving it an S, but tutorial, you pissed me off. Getting towards the end now. Resident Beat Mania 2DX30. Also a bit awkward, because you have to stand on this podium to play it. As far as rhythm game goes, it's pretty damn simple, but they all start off simple, so I don't know. You either hit the notes or you hit the scratchy thing. There was not enough scratchy things. I was disappointed. This has to be an older game. It played songs from a genre I had forgotten even existed. It would probably be fun to stand up there with someone else, but alone it just felt kind of sad. I like the music, but I don't see myself playing this over the others. Last but not least, Star Horse 4. I wasn't actually even gonna play this game, but I felt like I had to.
This is wild.
It's a digital horse betting game.
I feel like I'm writing business.
And apparently that's exactly what they were going with. The seats were massive. It takes place in a different room in the arcade as well. And I gotta say, it was really fucking comfortable sitting in there. Problem is my arcade card wasn't working and I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. I tried looking online and I just got more confused. I had gotten a piece of heaven sitting in those chairs. At this point, I needed to play this game. Turns out I just had to go downstairs and in my epic Japanese asked to register. I just had to fill in a form, take a photo of myself, and give away my fingerprint, which was kind of weird, and I had to promise not to drink and smoke. I was in. You get to adjust your seat just like the trailer. It was only me and another Japanese person in the room, and I really felt out of place being there.
This is weird.
It is a gambling game, so I had to spend a bit more money on this one. The interface had so much to click on and I didn't know where to start. But I finally placed a bet on number 5 red Rapisu Razuri. The race was off, and I was already starting off second last. I thought for sure I was toast. I couldn't even see Rapiz Razuri on the screen at this point. But then he appeared, and something happened that you had to be in the room to believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. It was so funny. Rapiz Razuli pulled through. I hit the super jackpot first try.
Oh my god, I won so much money.
To top off the weirdness of this experience, after the race they sang what sounded like Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, but sung in Japanese. But remember kids, gambling is bad.
Quit while you're ahead.
And if you go positive once, you win for life. I had officially played all games. It was time to head back home.
Had so much fun.
Oh yeah, Star Horse 4, easy S tier. These were all the games in my arcade. If I didn't play your favorite, maybe I'll save it for next one. Smash like, subscribe.